Alrighty, folks. Resolutions, blah, blah, blah. Fuck it. Message of the day. Don't burn the candle at both ends. What does that mean? So you started your resolution, you're going to lose weight. You're going to trim yourself up, right? Start going to the gym. Nah, you're not, right? You've done this years upon years in a row. And still you're making that same resolution every year. So, don't burn the candle on both ends. We'll call this side of the candle exercise and this side of the candle diet. You burn only one end at a time. Make a healthy change at one of these options. Don't go on a crash diet and try and go to the gym 5 days a week. Drop that soda from your diet, right? If you drink 4 cans, drop it to 3. Next month, drop it to 2. Month after that, drop it to 1. That little change and you might suddenly lose a whole bunch of weight. Or try and improve your diet, right? Maybe a little less soda, swap for a diet option. Vices and whatnot, I totally get it. Don't go to the gym 5 days a week. Start with 2, right? Just drive to the gym even. Pack your bag, go for a walk. Do something just a little more to the point where you feel like, am I even really doing anything? This doesn't really feel effective. You know, take that good habit, try and do it for a month. I don't want you to get discouraged because you're sore, you're not getting the results, it's like you can always justify, well, I'm not doing a lot, so I'm not going to see a lot of results, versus, well, I'm doing a whole lot, my body hurts, I'm craving this and that, and I don't want to go to the gym today, and so you fall off that train. So don't burn the candle at both ends. Pick one. Next set. So, you're also allowed to have a bad day. I'm not really desiring a workout today. And I'm still doing it. So far it's been feeling pretty good. So I'm glad I, did it. I guess what, if today was a bad day where just I felt like I couldn't get anything to fire in the right way, or, like, just everything felt like garbage. Still did it, right? I'm not beating myself up for not having a perfect workout, but I think I'd beat myself up more for skipping today if I felt like this. So it's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to have a good day too, and it's okay to have a normal day. Just keep those days going. Next set. Find what works for you, right? You don't need to do the things I do, or what she does, or that other guy, or that dude on the internet. Just do something at this point, right? As Americans, our general overweight and obesity rates are just abhorrent. Our overall activity level is dismal. if you ask me, Mark, should I do this? 95% of the time I'm going to say like, yeah. And if you ask me, are you sure? I'll go, well, do you have experience in it? Oh yeah, I want to try free wall climbing, right? No rope, just like go out into the wood, go out, just start climbing rocks. When was the last time you did it? Never, it just seems really cool. Well, maybe you should start with like, can you do a pull-up? Right, stuff like that. So we can always like pre-test it, but walking, swimming, biking, elliptical, recumbent bike, like all the stationary stuff. I mean, it bores me to tears, but at this point, I beg you, just do something, anything. You wanna pull out your old 80s aerobics videos? Go for it. Just don't try and do the same moves that you did all those years ago either. I really hope I did my left side. I think I did. Did I count it? I can't remember. I think I counted it. Let's go to set 4. Let's see, that was set 4. You want to get stronger? I'm doing starting strength. Right now, it's 4 major lifts. You do 5 sets of 5 repetitions of most of them. And then 1 set of 5 repetitions of deadlifts. At this point, there's so many videos about it and so many websites. Go to them. Then, I want you to put in the work. Right? 10 minutes of research while you eat dinner. Right? Or however long it takes you to eat dinner. You do that research about that program. And then you can come to me with questions. And then I want you to take my advice, try it for a week or 2, and then come back with more questions. Don't expect everything up front at once. Oh God, like there's a great, what was it? Intelligence you get from books, wisdom you get from experience. Right? Or like wisdom is applied intelligence, something like that. That was my 5th set, huh? Let's hope. Oh. Swimming. I'm sure there's a swimming program out there that you can build up to a mile swim in like the matter of 12 weeks. For walking or for running, right? Couch to 5K. If you want to use it as a walking program, you can turn that into that the work interval is you walking and the rest interval is you sitting down to rest. So probably best to do that one at home or someplace that you have a convenient bench. Both, I mean, they're kind of boring, but hey, they're effective. Oh, God. Don't worry too much about stretching. Your body's stiff. Try and work through the range of motion that you have. As a PT, what I find is a lot of people don't have that flexibility because they don't have the strength. If you were to ask me to, lift a tree off the ground, I could get into that position, but I wouldn't be able to move through it. So that's that same kind of idea, like your muscle feels like it's trying to move a tree, but you get that muscle stronger and all of a sudden that tree feels like a branch and you can move it. Alright, last thing we got here, dips. So this is a modified to a kind of home gym approach, because Corona. I probably won't upload this anyways because it's fucking busted lip, but it'd be good to kind of rewatch. And I might have to tilt this up, huh? Now for dips. And there we go. Turny turn? Sure, why not? What am I doing for dips? I think I'm doing 12 pounds. So, I'm still doing a press. I'm just doing a press through dips. Still doing rows, just with a kettlebell. My squat is a lunge or a split squat. I interchange them all the time. I know they're different, but what else? Oh, and then my press is still a one-handed press, so once you get up to being able to do 5x5 with dips, right? I don't know how I feel about this Bowflex kettlebell, but it serves a decent enough purpose for me. It does the job. Since you're able to do 5 dips, select a kettlebell. Nice little resistance band to wrap around yourself. Oh, God. Get yourself set up. So my biggest gripe about new trainees, whatever you want to, novice lifters, and this also goes to people who are training people, so anybody who makes anybody do exercise. Personal trainer, physical therapist, strength and conditioning coach, athletic trainer, chiropractor, swim coach, you name it. If you're instructing someone on how to move and you don't tell them where they should be feeling it, that's where they end up with me as a PT, away from the things that they want to do. So, you go to the gym, you're doing the chest press, and you're like, oh, I don't feel it, it must be too light, so you start ramping up the weight so you feel the burn, right? Nah, that's a shitty way to do it, right? Right, you see my pecs? They're barely moving. So if I lock my shoulder blades in and down and I squeeze, I feel more tension through here. Or if you want, just take your hands, put them together, and squeeze. Right? There's no weight, and I can already get a nice burn through my chest. So that goes to all the machines that you do, and all the exercises that you do, all the stretching that you do. Right? Do what works for you. If you have back pain if you're having back tightness when you're running, using your back to run, not your legs. How do you fix that? Generally, slowing down is the best advice I can give you. Next set. You are allowed to stumble and make mistakes and fail, right? The issue is failing to learn from those mistakes, failing to continue. If you stumble, catch your balance, move on. Just because, all right, let's go back to this guy, right? That first set, boom, boom, you're like, yeah, it's all chest. Fifth set, you're like, not really feeling it, what am I doing wrong? All right, fifth has a bad example. Let's say fourth set, you're like, what am I doing wrong? So that fifth set, you go in there and you're like, all right, let's slow it down. Boom, there it is. find it again. Or even if it is your fifth set, you're making it like bad chest activation, fifth set. Could be fatigue, right? Experiment with it the next time you go in. Take an extra 10, 20 seconds to get going. Or just think like, okay, I just need to focus better, right? Jeff Cavalier, Athlete X, I know, like the whole contention about fake weight, whatever. Dude is, offers solid advice, right? This is me doing a bicep curl. Alright, here's a bicep curl. Ooh, alright. I don't feel anything in my bicep. If I squeeze my bicep and then pull up and relax, squeeze my bicep, and you know what, I'm gonna keep squeezing as I push away and squeeze up to pull down. Can you see my hand shaking? That's the effort I'm putting forth to get my arm to move. Try that next time you're at the gym. It might make a big difference. Next set. Nice little chest burn on that one. Hot diggity damn. 1, 2, and number 3. 2 more sets to go, and I'm done with the main portions of this lift. But first, water break. I am a physical therapist. I'm a certified strength and conditioning coach. So I can't create a diet plan for you, but I can make recommendations as to general dietary changes. And I've had some personal experience with weight loss and I myself right now. I've got I got the COVID-10 right now instead of the COVID-19, so I'm working on it. First thing you should look to max out in your diet is your fiber, right? And when I say max out, men should be getting about, we'll say 38, and women should be getting about 25. If you're not used to eating that much fiber in a day, slowly ramp it up. So, why do I like fiber? It provides a sensation of fullness, generally lower calorie, and that it gives you, a big amount of food. So that like 8 ounces of broccoli, this is like 8 ounces of broccoli, or this is a 1 pound bag of broccoli at the store. Right, so if we cut it down, it's like that versus like an 8 ounce steak. You're gonna feel a lot more full after 8 ounces of broccoli than 8 ounces of steak. That's just facts. Then I max out protein. General recommendations is like that 1 gram per pound for weight loss. I'd say fats, generally by the time you've maxed out, you've got enough protein in your diet. Your fats are about where they need to be, and then your carbs just kind of fill in the rest. But you probably already got plenty of carbs through filling in the fiber. So, biggest successes for me for my own weight loss is I need to feel full. I need to feel satiated. I can make my food satisfying by adding a little more salt or just like a little bit of sauce. Like I love potato chips. I do sun vinegar chips, cherry Coke, delicious. very satisfying, not satiating at all. Chicken that's been well seasoned, well cooked, a little bit of sauce on it. Still satisfying, not as satisfying as chips, right? We can all admit that. But it is much more filling. Yes, I am the chicken, broccoli, brown rice guy. Alright, I'll admit to that. We'll talk about meal prepping in a second. Oh, my head's out of frame. That's okay. That's a surprise considering I got a fat head. One more set after this. Alright, meal prepping. If you don't like eating the same food days in a row, this video isn't for you. I don't have a good answer for you for that right now. So Sunday is generally when I do all my cooking. If I am on my game, it generally takes me about 3 hours to cook, cool down, like portion out, get all that food in the refrigerator, do the dishes, and get the dishwasher going. So my kitchen is basically empty after 3 hours. There's a lot going on in that 3 hours when I'm in there. But in 3 hours, yeah, I can generally get, it's like 15, 17 meals done. So that leaves 4 kind of up in the air. So I do breakfast, lunch, and dinner for Monday through Friday. And then I have 2 meals prepared for the weekend. So that leaves that leaves 4 meals. Yeah, 4 meals for the weekend. So depending upon how I'm feeling, I could fast on a Saturday or Sunday right until lunch. Girlfriend and I usually do like a date night dinner, so there's another one. And then, right, this is where and so generally like breakfast is what I say for myself. So if I want to just do like peanut butter toast, a couple of fried eggs, that's generally good for me as like a breakfast treat. I'm not a big American breakfast food person, so. But yeah, like that way, I don't have to think about it. I just microwave it. Being a PT, I may be stuck at work for an extra half hour to an hour, depending upon how much paperwork I got to do and how my system's cooperating and all that other fun stuff. So, so it's like, yeah, you know what I want to do is get home, take 30 minutes to cook, and then have to clean it up after. Right? That sounds like a good way for me to stop at Wendy's, because that takes 10 minutes to go home and eat. So I'm human after all. Yeah, so it's just throw it in the microwave. By the time I change, go to the bathroom, kind of just decompress. My food's ready, and I can eat. And I still have less dishes to do by comparison. If you want, we can kind of go through some breakfast. Well, basically, what's my daily diet look like? We can do that after this set. Thanks. through meal by meal. Alright. First meal of the day is oatmeal. I don't think anybody's surprised by that. If you're like bodybuilding, general dietary, exercise, fitness, blah blah kind of thing. First meal, oatmeal with cocoa powder, baking cocoa powder. A tablespoon of cocoa powder, 1/4 cup of raisins, 2 tablespoons of flaxseed, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and a tablespoon of coconut oil. I may be modifying that soon to help with the weight loss. From there, and generally 2 cups of black coffee. I drink instant because, trying to, save that money, not go out and get coffee every day. Alright, from there it's lunch. Half a cup of peanuts, whatever, a 1/4 cup of lentils, uncooked ends up being cooked. 5 ounces of chicken breast, 2 cups of mixed greens, and 2 tablespoons of Italian dressing. And then we'll talk about the chicken once I cover dinner. Dinner is 8 ounces of raw potato that's been roasted in the oven. Cup of rice, generally about 8 ounces of frozen veggies. Again, they're the cheapest option right now for me. And again, 5 ounces of chicken. So the chicken I season, and then I generally do about a tablespoon of olive oil per day of meals. So it ends up being about like 6 tablespoons of olive oil total. And then I try and pair the potato seasoning with the chicken seasoning, so it's not too off-putting. I'm not gonna make frankly, I just about eat anything. So, but seasoning is important for me. In order to feel full, I gotta be able to put it down. In order for me to put it down, it does have to taste good. It's not like I'm not completely into that food as fuel thing yet. And then I get canned pineapple. Again, canned is it's cheaper. Canned usually comes with 10 rings, so 2 rings per day, and then I'll just chug the pineapple juice while I'm cutting up all my food for the week. So it ends up being about like 2,500 calories. And then of course, you add more if I do like barbecue sauce or some kind of sauce with my food that day. I'm probably gonna do one more lift here, and it's just gonna be a seated heel raise because I got tight ankles, but you don't need to see that. Alright folks, good luck with resolutions. Let me know what else you're curious about from a jaded millennial. And stay warm, stay safe. Happy New Year.